Schmooze or lose. Get your geek on, schmooze or lose. Get your geek on, comic, sci-fi, fantasy. So much more, just come and see on Schmooze or Lose.
Hey, Schmooze or Lose fans. I have an amazing interview, and you have to recognize this lady next to me because she hasn't aged a bit, and it's kind of scary. You've probably seen her on Conan the Destroyer, The Wonder Years. You were Kevin's older sister.
Yes.
And from one of my favorite lesser-known movies, The Big Green, because I played soccer. This is, and I'm going to get her name right, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to try it. D'Abo? Is that right?
D'Abo, yes.
And,
D'Abo,
and you're telling me that was from Finnish language?
Well, it originates from a place in Finland called Abo, which is spelled A-B-O. So D'Abo means of Abo.
So this is Olivia D'Abo, and I cannot believe I'm standing here next to you.
I'm happy to be here.
So tell me, what was your favorite film as far as like that you've worked in?
Yes.
Personally?
That's a great question, but a hard one to answer.
Because they were all great.
Well, they're all great. I mean, my preference in terms of favorites would have to be Kicking and Screaming, which I did with Noah Baumbach.
Awesome.
With Parker Posey and Eric Stoltz and Josh Hamilton. And so that was really amazing. I did a film. I loved Wayne's World 2.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I've just done a movie which I really, really love called Blue Weekend, which is coming out.
When's this coming out?
It's coming out this year.
Awesome. We'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, and there's another really cool science fiction film that I did that's coming out called Unbelievable.
Is this going to be released in theaters or Netflix? It's in theaters.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just
because I know a lot of the bigger stars are just going directly to Netflix now.
They are, yeah. I mean, you know, because it's very cutting edge and it's a little bit more entrepreneurial, but ultimately, it's really just about the work and the writing and the cast that they assemble. Which I just actually got the lead in an Amazon show where that I'm really excited about because it's a comedy, and that's really what I love to do. I love people making people cry. I love stage. I've done Broadway, which I really, really enjoy, but I love like playing characters and getting in there and just playing and
really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite movie with you in it is probably Conan the Destroyer.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie.
Really?
You were absolutely awesome in it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can you tell us a little bit about a memory you have maybe filming that, or your favorite scene or something?
Well, one of the things that I thought was really funny on that particular movie is that they couldn't find a horse that was big enough for Wilt Chamberlain.
That guy was like 7'6" or something.
Yeah.
He was giant.
And he played Bombarda, and he was obviously my bodyguard protector. And just the aspect of all of us being able to bond. Grace Jones, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he used to get up with us every morning at 6 o'clock, knock on the door. Hey, it's time to get to the
It's time to get to the show.
I don't care how much sleep you have or haven't had, but it's time to get working out and pumping.
So this guy really like lived just the life of how he worked out. He was just get it and go.
So dedicated to health, and at that time he was really participating in getting kids really fit so that they could grow up.
I remember he had a show. He had a fitness show that would come on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
It was and I remember seeing him on there with the fitness thing. That was really awesome.
Yeah. So that and getting to work with Richard Fleischer, who is an incredible director, who's not with us anymore, unfortunately, and Jack Cardiff, who is the cinematographer who shot African Queen.
Yep.
So I didn't realize, because I was 14 when I shot that movie, that I was working with these legends. That
well, you
older,
became a legend being in that yourself.
Well, that's very kind. It stands the test of time. I've been incredibly fortunate with that and the Wonder Years and things that are sort of cyclical and they come back around.
Well, see, I was fortunate enough when the Wonder Years came out. I was probably just a little bit younger than you when the show came out, so I kind of grew up watching every episode.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that is probably one of the most iconic television series ever. And so I'll ask you another tough question.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your favorite episode, but what's your most memorable episode that you really remember the most or reflect back upon?
Not one that I was in. I like The Pimple. I mean, sorry, not The Pimple. That's a great one. But I like Pottery. That's focused around Norma, because she's kind of this 50s Betty Crocker type, stereotypical 50s mother, right? And the way women were in the 50s, even though the show takes place in the 60s, Jack and Norma they're like baby boomers. So
wow.
So I liked it because I liked the interconnection between Jack and Norma, and that you actually see that they do have a real relationship. It's not just like, Norma, work, Norma, get me the mashed potatoes, but you actually see their bond and their love, and that they really are in love. And then Allie Mills is so incredibly vulnerable in that episode. So, and I love the fact that as the kids, Kevin, Wayne, and we got to really see them as who our parents really were, a little bit more behind closed doors, to express their feelings rather than just at face value what you kind of see for the most part. And my favorite show that I was in would have to be Daddy's Little Girl.
Daddy's Little Girl. Can you tell us about that?
It was that one, or Brightwing. Brightwing, actually. I think the one where I skip school and I start to have Kevin, going to the hill with me.
Now the memory just got jogged. I remember that.
He starts to skip school and come to the hill, and he gets to kind of get a real look into. Because your character was kind of like more of a carefree, don't follow the rules. Exactly.
And so that in that episode, you were kind of bringing him into showing him a different way of thinking instead of inside the box.
That's right.
Which is why I think what your character was really great for on that show, making everybody think outside the box.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure you probably still do that, right?
I'm definitely an out of the box thinker. Nothing about me is sort of in a square. It's more I take up a lot of space in a good way. I like to spread my wings and.
Wow. And I'm a soccer player. I played in college, and the local professional team here, we have season tickets to the Revolution. So I'm a big soccer fan. Yeah. So I was so happy to see you because I recognized you right away in The Big Green.
Yes.
And I really loved that movie.
It was really a sweet film. I think we shot it in Austin, Texas, and I think it was almost a Disney version of a contemporary Disney's version, almost of like a Mary Poppins-esque. I mean, I sort of thought of Julie Andrews when I was playing this, or, something that Hugh Grant might do. They wanted me to be English and
oh, yeah, by the way, your accent was lovely in that. You pulled it off so well.
Thank you, yeah. Well, I am English. So are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you being cynical?
Being a little sarcastic,
okay,
but
right. Yeah. Wow, that went completely over my head. It must be the jet lag.
Well, it's probably the jet lag. In any Comic Cons, it's just hard to think at any of these. So.
Yeah. But incidentally, that film turned out to be so sweet, and it made me so maternal after shooting that.
Do you play soccer?
I was just going to say, it made me so maternal because I was working with all these kids. And after that film, I did start to play soccer because,
well, you're British. I mean, Manchester United.
Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of a given. But, some people don't. Whether they're from England or not. But, yeah, I am.
Bend it like Beckham, right?
Exactly. And I'm a huge, hardcore Manchester United fan.
Oh, sorry, that was a good guess. Right?
Yeah, that was a very good guess. Yeah, you got 10 points for that.
I got 10 points for that.
Exactly.
I'm a Barcelona, I'm sorry.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Messi. I mean, he's just, we don't want to talk about soccer, but yeah.
So,
cool
it's a great film, and subsequently that role ended up getting me the voice of Jane for Tarzan and Jane, the animated series, which I ended up doing because
that is awesome. See, I didn't know that.
Very similar kind of character, Oh, Tarzan, I'm going to go swing up the tree, and very kind
That's pretty cool.
Show me English.
Wow, and the thing is too, though, like in the Conan the Destroyer, you didn't have the British accent.
I did.
Not as much. Not like you had in The Big Green.
Yeah, I think, there's different versions of a British dialect, just like there's different versions.
Or like the Cockney and people that maybe spoke Welsh.
More like that, you sort of letting it all hang out, it's not very prim and proper. In fact, the more proper you get, the harder it is to understand, because you start to your mouth starts to be less animated and everything sort of pulled in because you're from a higher class system. So it's a little bit, you're also a little bit off-putting to people because, you know, you have a little bit of a stick up your bum, you know.
This is a true story. In college, I played soccer with some British guys, amazing soccer players. Yeah. One of the guys lived up north near Hadrian's Wall. Have you been to Hadrian's Wall?
I have not.
Between Scotland and England.
Yeah.
And I could not understand his accent at all. I speak 4 languages and I had no idea what he was saying.
Yeah.
I needed like a Northern English to American English translator.
It's like a Viking dialect almost.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's probably...
No, it's like they kind of like bring it back, you know, and you know, it's like, hey, you know, hiya, let's go get some Scottish eggs, you know, I don't want
oh, goodness.
What, you know, I was thinking...
Well, the sad thing is I can still understand you. And you also did a lot of animation voices.
Yeah.
Can you...
I've just been doing Modern Dad, the Seth MacFarlane show.
Seth MacFarlane, right?
So yeah, it's a pretty active part of my career. I just have this, I'm so blessed I have this ability to be diverse with my voice, which permeates into characters that I play.
I couldn't tell that by this interview at all, by the way. I'm being sarcastic again.
I'm keeping it down, you know, I'm holding back a little.
I've just got to pull this.
Yes.
These characters right here, can you hold that up?
Yes.
Tell us about your voice in that.
Star Sapphire and this is Morgan Le Fay, and they're both 2 really badass villains. Superhero, you know, they're darker, but they're still superheroes. Like, they have all kinds of powers.
Wow.
I'm very lucky. I've played characters that are kind of omnipotent and have powers. Like in Star Trek, I played a Q. I was a female Q who had to... But anyway, I don't want to digress.
That's right. You were the female version of Q in that.
Yeah.
That's, yep.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
You've done a little bit of everything. It's just you've had an amazing career, and you have an amazing career ahead of you.
Oh, thank you. So Star Sapphire and Morgan Le Fay, and incidentally, I played Star Sapphire who morphed into Carol Ferris in the Avengers movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so sometimes, because I played both roles individually, they will, if they keep having me back, which is always nice when they do, they kind of double it up so that the character has the possibility to morph into 2 characters, which is really cool.
So cool.
It gives the character a cooler arc.
Amazing. I can tell you, this has probably been one, not to slight anybody else that I've interviewed, but this has been one of the best interviews I've ever done. I've enjoyed it. I've been actually looking forward to this one for so long because, like I said, I grew up watching you on, you know, with Kevin on the Wonder Years, and then, like I said, I probably watched Conan probably 300 times, and that's being, you know, pretty,
Clearing it out.
Absolutely. So it's been a pleasure, and it's been an honor to meet you. And what's the next movie you're going to be in, so we can be looking forward to it?
I'm doing a web series for, I believe, you know, Amazon. So it's the lead. It's kind of a corporate. It's about marketing execs, and so sort of like The Office, comedic. I have a film coming out called. Oh my gosh, let's see. I have quite a few things coming out. Blue Weekend, unbelievable. When Duty Calls. I have a radio show that I'm doing, which is called Every Friday with Dan and Olivia.
Awesome.
It's all kinds of characters. I have an second album I'm working on.
Album? Wait. Album? What are you talking about?
You need to stay with the group.
I'm not up with the picture here. What's going on here? So you sing?
I am a songwriter, yeah.
You're a songwriter. Are you singing on this?
Yes, everything written in.
And it's just called Olivia D'Abo, Not TV. Yeah. That is so cool. And this is available on Amazon and everywhere?
Available on CD Baby. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. I think I'm going to have to get a copy of this now. You just sold me.
All right, cool. I'll sign it for you.
Awesome. Well, this has been a great interview. Thank you so much. And you know, what can I say? I'm speechless for one of the first times in my life, and that's hard to do for me. But anyways, this has been Schmooze, and this has been Olivia D'Abo. Awesome interview. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks for having me.
Schmooze out. Get your geek on.
Get your geek on.